our discussion about the organic chemistry. All right, we are still on our module 12, Principles of Organic Chemistry. I am pretty sure that hindi na natin maabutan ng biochemistry, so you will just be studying it on your own. However, this one is not included in your examination, so wag tayong mabahala. Only module 12, Principles of Organic Chemistry, will be included on your examination. Today, we will be describing the different functional groups and naming the organic compounds such as hydrocarbons. And supposedly on Friday morning, we will be conducting the experiments for saponification and alcohol depending to your group. Now, last time, I'd like to call someone. Last time, what was our previous topic? Kurt, where did we stop? Kurt, anak? Hello. Kurt, meron ba kaming memo pag di makatubag kay absent? Hello, Kurt? Can you hear me, mga anak? The rest of you. Can you hear
Sir,
me? Yes, ayan, okay. Ayan, very good, Kurt. When did we stop? I mean, where did we stop on our previous topic?
hydrocarbon, sir.
What particular hydrocarbon was that? Tuara. What particular hydrocarbon? Al
Alkene, sir.
Alkanes patanak. Alkanes pa tayo, nak. Oo. So, I want you to remember, alkanes pa tayo. And last time, if you could still remember, thank you very much for that, Kurt. And I'd like you to remember that last time we have already named a few organic compounds. We have named already a few organic compounds. Nag-name naman tayo last time, di ba? Remember? Everybody.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good.
Yes,
That's
sir.
great. All right. Now, just before we will be continuing the naming of alkanes, a little bit refreshment lang sa ating utak. Tingnan natin if you could still remember that one. I just want to introduce the ways of depicting a particular compound, a particular organic compound. This particular organic compound can be expressed through the following. I have already told you about the expanded formula. Okay, ito talaga yung kanyang orientation, ng kanyang carbons and the hydrogens, no, talagang lahat ng mga elements are being putted and drawn over there. Condensed formula, I have already told you about this one. Did I? 'Di ba? Ingon ako sa inyo ane. Remember? And yes, very
Yes,
good.
sir.
We also have here ball and stick model. You are very good in creating this one on your performance task, and also the space filling model. You are very familiar with that. I'm very sure. Now, also, this time, pag kulangan magud kay ta sa time, kulangan kay tayo sa time, we have only few of time. That's the reason why I am introducing to you actually the carbon skeleton formula. Ano yung carbon skeleton formula? 'Di ba paminsan-minsan mga stick lang yung dinodrawing ng mga chemists natin? Why is that? Bakit sticks lang yung dinodrawing nila, sir? Do they love sticks? Hindi. That is just a way enable for us to have a simpler form of the expanded formula or even the condensed formula para mas dali lang sa atin ba? Mas dali sa atin na ma-draw, mas dali sa atin di na maglagay ng carbon, carbon, hydrogen, hydrogen. Always remember that each point of the line is a carbon. Each point of the line is a carbon. This one is a carbon. This one is a carbon. Every point of the line. Sir, bakit siya pa zigzag-zigzag? Kasi if you will just draw a straight line over there, it will not emphasize the numbers of carbon. Naintindihan natin? Everybody? Naintindihan? That's the reason
Yes,
why
sir.
Yes.
kailangan siya zigzag. Kay every canto means carbon. Every canto means carbon. Alright? And of course, it is understandable that hindi na siya kabutang, so butangan po namin, lagyan pa namin ng mga stick-stick dyan, sir, to highlight its connection or its bond to hydrogen. No. It's already understandable na pag stick lang, ibig sabihin, its connection are to hydrogens. Are to hydrogens. Okay, so I will be telling you to just use this one later on. Okay, I will be calling names to show your drawing to the people. You will be showing your drawing to the people. All right. Let us name this one. I'm giving you 30 seconds to name this one. We are still on alkanes. We're still on alkanes. All right, name this one. 30 seconds starts now. Go. Oh, nilagyan ko na. Ang bait talaga ni Sir Marge. Nilalagyan na ng number. No, gina-circle na para mas madali sa inyo. All right. All right, let's have the name of it in the name of Maria Nika. Nika, anak. What's the name of this one? Nika.
Sir,
Ganito ang oral presentation ninyo, anak, ha? You will be naming. You will be naming. All right. Can you have your guess, anak? What's the name of this?
2 dash dimethyl,
Okay, anak. Keep going.
then butane.
Lagyan pa natin ng ano, nak. Ay, oh, sige, sige, butane. Sige. Lagyan na lang muna natin ng ganyan. All right, give me a name, anak, para mag-challenge sa iyong guess. All right. Give me a name of your classmate, Nika.
Sige, sir.
Kizel. Okay, anak Kizel. All right. What do you think is the name of this one? Kizel? Kizel, anak. Going once. Going twice. Na nag-chat si Kizel sa chat box. Ayun, anak. Makulbaan gid ko pag dili magtubagnak ba kay na alam mo naman may nagbabantay sa atin. So, ayun, Kizel, what do you think is the name of this compound?
Um, uh,
Okay lang 'yan. Guess lang nak, guess lang, guess lang.
unsa to ang pag-2 kay ay nakalimot jud ko
Sige
2
lang nak.
kay
Oo. Sige, or relax lang nak. Oo. I will just get back to you, Kizel. Okay? I-review mo lang anak, i-review mo lang anak. All right, so let us see if the number of Nika is correct. I mean the answer of Nika is correct. Ayan, actually it is almost there. Ayun. So we have there 2,3-dimethylbutane. No, it must not be 2,3-dimethylbutane. It must be only 1, 2. Uh, Never mind the 3. Namali nag-orientation. Dapat diri magud na. Anyways, it must be 2-dimethylbutane, not 2,3-dimethylbutane. Okay, kasi it is connected, both of them are connected to number 2. All right, so that's it. We have there 2-dimethylbutane. Do not mind 3 over there. Okay, sir, sa gito na to pagpangalan, di ba we have there the base, the prefix, and the suffix. Ayan, so the base over there is the but. Bakit but? Kasi apat eh. Butyl yan eh. Then the suffix must be what kind of organic compound is this? This is alkane. So we have there butane. All right, so the ano yung mga yung mga nakakabit sa kanya? So we have there 2-methyl. And we know that both 2-methyl are connected to the second carbon. With that, so we have there 2-dimethyl butane. Very well, Nika. All right, let's have this one. 30 seconds, go. Nilalagyan ka talaga ng number para mas madali. 30 seconds. 'Di ba? As you can see, nagsisimula tayo sa bottom, under. Alright, try natin si Mona, anak. Hi, Mona. Good morning. Hello, Mona. Try lang, anak. Try. Wala mang wrong answer muna.
Sir,
Sige. Sige, anak.
wait lang. Di,
Okay.
dimethyl
Alright.
hexane.
Heptaxane. Okay, sige. Tingnan natin if that is correct. Walang number?
2, sir.
Okay,
2
2.
di,
Sige. Alright. Give me a name of your classmate, Mona.
sir, si
Kilala mo ng mga classmates mo?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's good.
Si Angel po. Si Miss
Okay,
Angel.
Angel. Thank you very much, Mona. Angel, what do you think is the name of this one?
Uh, for sir, for dimethyl, ay,
For
methyl,
dimethyl. Okay.
mm,
What is the base and the suffix, anak?
hexatane.
Hexa hexatane?
Hexatane. Yes, sir.
Okay, sige. Let's see if your guess. Thank you very much, Angel. Let's see if your guess are correct, ha? Oo. Tapos, balikan natin. O, bakit ganun ang name niya? Actually, it must only be 3,4-dimethylhexane. Bakit ganon? What's the base? Hexane. Ito yung base. O, sa man mugikan og tain na may hexane. So, let's just have the hexane over there. Hex as the base, ane as the suffix because this is an alkane. Alkane ang kanyang family, so that's the suffix. Its prefix, ilang carbon ba naka-attach si methyl? So we have there, it's 1, 2, 3, it's on the third carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4, it's on the fourth carbon. That's the reason why, unahin natin ng 3 of course. 3, okay, 3 comma 4 dash dimethyl. Bakit dimethyl? Because we have two methyls over there. Dimethylhexane. Okay, ganun lang siya ka-simple mga anak. That's simple. All right, so ayun, this is dimethylhexane. Thank you very much for your for trying. Okay. I have a lot over here. Marami pa akong mga drawings over here. But anyways, let us just skip that one because we're lacking out of time. Kulang na kulang yung oras ko talaga. Anyways, alam niyo yung mga alkanes can also be expressed if you are wondering, sir, linear lang talaga yan siya, sir. Straight lang talaga yan siya, sir. Hindi yan siya pwede ma-circle. Di ba remember last time I have told you about aromatics? Did I? Did I
Yes,
told
sir.
you? Yes, it's
Yes,
on
sir.
the
Yes,
fourth.
sir.
It's the fourth type of organic compound if you could still remember. These alkanes can also be converted into aromatics. It could also be converted into cycloalkanes. When we say cycloalkanes, these are alkanes that form rings or cycles. Parang gikonekta mo lang yung last carbon and the first carbon. Imo lang siyang gi-connect. No? You have just like connected each other over there. So we have here the possible with at least three atoms, no, carbon atoms, di naman siguro pwede na dalawa lang. Paano mo yan siya masacircle ang dalawa? The least cycloalkane should have at least 3 carbon. Ayan, para maging cyclic siya, na para ma-connect mo siya. All right, but 3p sp3 hybridization requires 109.5 degree angle, not a very stable molecule. Eto. For a ring, for C ring, it's not very stable. However, for the 5C and more, have room for proper bond angle, and it could be a little bit more stable than the earlier. And able for you to name that one, you will just add cyclo in the prefix of the alkane name. So for example, how many carbons are there in this particular cycloalkane? Ilang carbon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Ano yung 6? What
Hexane.
alkane is that? Hexane. Very good. Very well, mga anak. That's hexane. Ang gagawin mo lang, for its prefix, you will just put there cyclo. So, yan siya. It will become cyclohexane. Okay? It will become cyclohexane. This will become its base name. No, it will become its base name, the cyclohexane. How about this one? This is 5 carbons. Ano tawag? Cyclopentane. It's the cyclopentane. How about tatlo? Ano nga yung tatlo? Propane.
Propane.
Okay, very good. Oo, memorize that one. Kaya isa-isahon yun mo sa Friday, Ana. I'll be giving you only 20 seconds to name a particular compound. 2 times, two trials. Alam nyo na yan. So, ayun, propane. So, we have there cyclopropane. Okay. So, ganun lang. That's simple. All right. So ayun, it's very simple to identify a name of a cycloalkane because you will just count the carbons of it. How many carbons are there? We have there three. This is propane already, and you will just add cyclo at the very suffix of it and the very first part of it. So it will become cyclopropane. This is four carbons. Ano yung four carbons natin? What do you name on its alkane? Butane. So yes, that's butane. So you will just connect cyclo into the name of the butane. So ganun lang kadali mag name ng, and we have there a lot. Okay, now let's move on to uh, a term. This is a term that is highly used and able for us to identify particular molecules, okay, and able for us to identify particular molecules. Last time, if you could still remember, I have already told you the stereoisomers, which are the same molecules, the same langya po ng the same carbon, the same number of carbon, the same number of hydrogen, but they are arranged differently. Can you still remember that one, mga anak? I have already told you about that one last week. Last week, oh, you must know that one. Now this time, the chiral molecules also includes optical isomers. The optical isomers are mirror image of each other that cannot be superimposed. If you will just draw carbon atoms with hydrogen bonds, ayan, hydrogen, and another hydrogen over there. Kahit pa iharap mo yan siya sa mirror, would it look the same? Pareha lang gyapon yung itsura? Yes, pareha lang kanyang itsura kasi kahit pa ibali-bali mo yan siya, kahit i-flip-flip mo yan siya, kahit pa mag-twist-twist yan siya, it will just have the same image. However, imagine if this particular carbon here is connected to oxygen. Ayan. Hydrogen over there. This is hydrogen, hydrogen. Okay, if you will present this one to the mirror, this particular compound, if you will present that one on the mirror, would it look the same? Yes or no? Sa mirror, imagine your hand. I just want you to imagine your hand para mas madali sa inyo ma-imagine. I want you to imagine your hand. Ito yung hand ninyo. If you will present that one to the mirror, di ba kabaliktaran ang maglabas? Di ba ganito ang maglabas sa mirror?
Yes.
Okay, that is the analogy for an optical isomers, mga anak. No, that is the analogy of an optical isomer. So if you will just present that one to the mirror, this particular compound, will not become the same if you will have an optical isomer. If you will have an optical isomer. This only happens if a particular organic molecule or an organic compound is asymmetric. Oo, sa dalawa, letter A, letter B. Which one is asymmetric, A or B? Everybody, which one is asymmetric, A or B?
B, sir.
Sige. Bakit B?
A, sir.
A. Sige. The correct answer is letter A. Di ba pag symmetric, di ba kanang parehas og almost kung ano yung nasa left, yun yung nasa right. Yan yung symmetric. Asymmetric, yung left iba sa right. 'Di ba ganun siya? That's the concept of symmetric. Oy, nasa contemporary arts nyo yan. Patay kayo kay Ma'am Alizen. Oo, symmetry yan siya. Asymmetric and symmetric. That's the concept of that one. Sir, ano ba ang kanyang purpose, sir? Bakit tayo nagsasalita ng optical isomers na ito? Why are we talking about optical isomers? Ano day, sir? Kung mabaliktad sa kanya, sir, pagsulat namin, ang oxygen, imbis na nasa right ang oxygen, mapupunta namin sa left ang oxygen. What will happen to that one? Even though that they do have the same composition of carbons and hydrogens or oxygens or any elements, it will become a stereoisomers. Ayan, ang hirap talaga. It will become a stereoisomers if they do have different orientation of carbons, hydrogens, and other elements. Its purpose will become different from its original structure. Intindihan natin? Konting ano lang, konting rotate lang, konting change lang sa ating oxygen orientation, sa orientation ng particular organic compound, mag-iiba na ang kanyang purpose. It will have a different purpose per se. Enable for you to understand it more and appreciate it more, we have here a very good example of an optical activity. Ayoko pa kaulawi inyong biology teacher, this has been discussed in your biology already. If you are familiar with L-glucose and D-glucose, are you familiar with it? Everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay, na discuss na ito ng biology teacher ninyo. Mga anak, hey,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
the purpose of L-glucose and D-glucose, alam ninyo na iba ang purpose ng L-glucose at ng D-glucose? Alam ninyo? Everybody. Everybody. Patay abstinent. Oral ko be? Did you know already that the purpose of an L-glucose and D-glucose are different from each other? Ay, saan na ang iba? Hello? Agoy, STEM? I want a response. What happened? Example of an optical activity. This is under still of an optical, chiral molecules having an optical activity. Ito yung pinaka-good example of it. All right, now let us move on to the property of a particular alkanes. Remember that the alkanes is very saturated. It is saturated, no, kasi wala siyang double bond. Now, tell me, is alkanes reactive or not? Tell me if the alkanes is reactive or not. Let's have the name of Ranzel. Ranzel anak, is the alkanes reactive or not? Hello?
Not, sir.
Bakit anak?
Kaya yun mo, sir. Basta single band, sir.
Very good. Oo, that's good. Ay, naminaw pag yun ay mo. Naminaw pag yun ay mo, no? Kay ganina, wala yun mo na nubag. Okay, now remember that alkanes is very saturated and it do only have a single bond. With that so, hindi alam ng particular element of to which siya aatake, kung saan siya na part aatake and to break the particular bond. Now with that so, it is not reactive, not much reactive to any kind of acids, any kind of bases, or any kind of oxidizing agents. However, it is well noted that these alkanes are reactive to a combustion. Hindi nga siya nagre-react to the particular uh, acids, particular bases, particular oxidizing agents. However, it is reactive to flame. 'Di ba ang butane? Look at that, the butane, the propane, 'di ba? Iniisa-isa natin ang mga purpose neto. Ano yung common sa kanila? What is common to them? The common to
Flammable
them,
sila, sir.
very good. All of them are flammable. It is because in the exothermic, eto siya on the second semester, we will be talking about the endothermic and exothermic. I don't know with your physics if you have started this one already. It's exothermic energy or the capacity of heat, the delta of heat of it is negative 2855 kilojoules. So ang liit-liit lang niyaan enable for it to create an explosion or create a reaction together with a flame. However, yun na nga, hindi siya reactive to other chemicals and all. All right. Ayun, you know this already about the difference of a saturated and unsaturated. Ang saturated, single bonds. Ang unsaturated are double bonds. Para madali lang yung discussion natin. All right, let's move on to the second type of hydrocarbons, which are the alkenes. And remember, the alkenes do have a double bond. Alam na ninyo that in able for you to name an alkene, kailangan lang natin lagyan ng E sa last neto. Remember that the orbital pi ang kanyang bond, Ito yung sinend ko sa inyo ng mga PowerPoint actually. So, rotation around double bond requires considerable energy to break double bond. So, madali lang masyado itong i-break tong pi bond na to kasi ang hina-hina ng pi bond anak. May konting element lang napapasok, mabe-break na agad ang pi bond na yan. Ang dali lang niya ma-destroy. Ang dali lang niya ma-destroy. Okay. Now, it is also important for us to know its geometric isomers. Ano yung geometric isomers? Yung geometric isomers could be cis or trans. Have you heard about cis fat and trans fat? Have you heard about that? Mga anak? Have you heard about it? Cis fat
Yes.
and trans fat, okay. We will know this, both of them are unsaturated. Both of them are unsaturated. No, they are both unsaturated fat, and we have known that the unsaturated fat are healthy fats. These are all healthy fats. Now, let us look what is the difference between the cis and trans. The cis do have the side of the double bond on the same side of the double bond, while the trans, no, the trans, parang transgender lang, no, iniba, no, other sides, opposite sides of the double bond. And able for you to understand it more, I do have here a very good example. This is a cis fat on which both connection of hydrogen is on the same side. No, nasa sa taas lahat. Nasa taas yung lahat ng hydrogen. While the trans fat is on the other sides, is on the separate sides. Okay, nagets natin ang difference between cis and trans. Sir, bakit natin pinag-aaralan ang L-glucose, D-glucose, cis and trans? Because gagamitin natin to sila as a prefix later. We will be using this one as a prefix. Okay, kaya kailangan talaga natin tong malaman. So which one is healthier? The cis fat or the trans fat? Let's have Mary Rose. Anak, which one is healthier, anak? The cis or the trans? Mary? Going once? Going twice. Okay, let's just have Marcel. Sige, Marcel, which one is healthier for you, anak? Cis fat or trans fat?
Cis fat, sir.
Okay, very good. Bakit cis fat? Okay,
Yes.
ako, a guess lang. O, sige. It is basically cis fat, anak, because there is a very big space for a particular element to react here. Compared dito, masikip, no, hindi niya alam kung saan siya aatake. Is it on this carbon or this carbon? Eto, napakadali. They will just attack on the middle of the bond, enable for it na makuha ang isang bond ng double bond carbon neto compared to this one. Eto, ang laki ng space, no? Parang kumbaga, ang laki ng door para mag-react ng particular element. Well, this one, ang liit. Hindi niya alam which of the carbon yung gagamitin natin. In fact, sa mga high-end na mga restaurant, binabawal ang trans fat. Bawal ang trans fat. Cis fat lang yung pwede. Cis fat lang yung pwede. Ayan. So let's end our discussion over there. Next time on Wednesday, we will be naming particular alkenes with us. Okay? Ayon. For your performance task, I want you to create an infographic of the functional groups. Again, I want you to create an infographic of a functional groups according to its structural formula, according to its flammability, reaction to other chemicals, and its usefulness. Again, I want you to tell me, you create an infographic by group. I want you to create an infographic by group according to its functional groups with its yun na, itong mga nandito, the compound type, the suffix is SS, ragunin ninyo. We have there the compound type, the suffix, the structural formula. In addition to that is its flammability, its reaction to other chemicals, and its usefulness. Its usefulness. Saan siya ginagamit? Okay, yan lang. When should you submit that one? Ang dali lang kaya ng infographic, no? Parang magawa lang yan siya in an hour. You should submit that one on Wednesday asynchronous time. Bakit? Because we will be using the infographic enable for your classmates to study the topics on functional group that will be oral that will be included in the oral recitation on Friday. So ganun siya, anak. All right? Is that clear? Everybody, is that clear, mga anak? Oh, infographic lang.
Yes,
Infographic.
sir.
But you still remember your groups with you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's good. That's great. With that, so let us end our class. I just want you to be reminded of it. Ilalagay ko na lang yung instruction later on siguro sa ano.
Sir,
But
sir.
yes, anak.
Pwede mag-ask, sir.
Yes, yeah, sure.
Nakapost ning week 6 na PowerPoint sa class, sir.
Tanaw na ko, nak. I don't know, I'm not so sure. Certain, I will just
Wala
recheck.
mo makuha, sir.
Sige. I will just be resending this one to you. Okay? All right. Sige. With that, so anak, I will be sending this one later on. Any questions, clarifications? Meron pa ba?
None so far.
None so far. With that, so let us end our meeting with a prayer. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Glory to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy